Hello, my beautiful YouTube family. I am back again to talk about the month of June and some of my intuitive insights using a blend of numerology, tarot, and Vedic astrology insights. So, June, when you add up 2026 plus the number 6, which is June is the 6th month, you get the number 16, the numerology being 16, and then you add up 16, you get 7. And in tarot, 16 is the Tower Tarot and 7 is the Chariot. So don't be afraid or alarmed of these two cards. It's actually super powerful, super potent, and transformative is really the key theme here. And there is some beautiful blessings happening in June to help us really take on this tower, which is like the crumbling of unstable and false foundations really in our life that are not serving us. That's a beautiful and positive thing. And there are some other blessings happening in June. The biggest blessing being that Jupiter will be moving into Cancer on the 1st or 2nd of June. And this is just such a beautiful shift happening. It's been in Gemini for a while, and I don't know how long it's going to be in Cancer. I'll have to check and get back to you all. But I know it will be in Cancer for a while, and this is just really, really beautiful, nurturing. It's just really going to help us grow and evolve and just feel really held by Jupiter's beautiful embrace while we are going through these tower moments and crumbling away and like just dissolving, dissipating whatever isn't serving our path and our higher selves. Like it's not going to be so bad. And the Chariot also is ruled by the moon, and we are really being called to listen to that divine inner feminine motherly nurturing guidance within and let that guide us and reroute our paths. So I've got written down that any unstable foundations are going to crumble and collapse. And so that's the Tower, which is going to help redefine and reroute our path and our direction. In June, we will have the new moon on June 14th in Gemini in Mrigashira Nakshatra, and then the full moon on June 29th in Sagittarius in Purvashada Nakshatra. So the moon cycle for this month is that Gemini Sagittarius axes. They're on the same axes, just like the different ends of that, which is going to be bringing up a lot of beautiful energy to do with connecting, socializing, social media, short distance travels, communicating, and connections really. And then the full moon is going to illuminate to us a bit more about like our higher purpose and our calling and what is truly important to us, and like the deeper truths of life, potentially long distance travel as well, and our more broader vision of life, whereas that Gemini energy in the first new moon in the first part of the month is going to be a bit more about our more local inner circle and our community, and thinking about our sort of local lifestyle and the people in it. And towards the end of the month, we'll be thinking about how we can broaden our horizons and how maybe that may serve us a lot more as well, because sometimes we're just like living in a like little bubble of our little life of our, like, I know for me, I live in a small little city, and it can feel like a bubble if you haven't ever lived outside of it. So yeah, things like that can come up with this month. So the Tower is bringing up sudden truths, collapsing of anything that is fragile and not really not certain, and that's for a reason. You're not sure of that thing because it's not fully 100% aligned. Any sort of ego, fear-based identities that we're holding on to that is not of love and truth is wanting to collapse. Old timelines that are just not serving us anymore are wanting to break free from that. So this can bring about unexpected, sudden endings, revelations, and ultimately a liberation from breaking free from that. Rapid changes can take place at this time with the month of June. You may notice that truths can be revealed and hidden agendas and intentions can be exposed. You may just feel the urge to just really just leave those toxic situations or attachments. Just suddenly you might just have that wake up call or realization that you deserve better and you're going to let that thing go. Emotional and spiritual wake up calls. Yeah, that you can't keep living, and I've got down driving because the Chariot is about your direction and movement, but you can't keep living or going about driving in this direction, on this road, on this path that isn't serving you. It's time to reroute now, which is what this is all about. So yeah, the Chariot is about connecting with that divine feminine moon wisdom and really tapping into the inner light and darkness as well. There's the white and the black. It's bringing awareness to the polarities of your existence and what is and isn't serving you, and being really in acceptance of all of that shadow as well. And it's about intention setting and preparing and realigning your path. So this is before the journey begins, which we're constantly on this journey, but imagine that we're on this journey of life and we're taking a big break, a holiday, so that we can rejuvenate ourselves on all levels and recharge and just allow our DNA to upgrade, for our cells to come together and work harmoniously together and just feel more solid and sure of ourselves before we continue on our path, because otherwise we're just going to be depleted and we're going to be our vision's going to be clouded. So this is the Chariot, we're taking this step back to really review and to plan our journey ahead and to become more clear about where we're going to go. And I've got written down choosing and committing to a direction and having that clarity about that. Yeah, it's so interesting. To choose is such an important thing. I remember seeing this card on the floor once, and it really spoke to my soul, and it said the most important choice is to choose. So I'll let you sit with that as well. But yeah, it's just so important to be consciously choosing and directing your life, because I think that a lot of us are not consciously directing our life. And it's so true that we do need to surrender to the divine plan, but we also need to be consciously working towards what is important to us and not blindly letting like other people potentially and other external factors manipulate or shift us in ways that maybe aren't aligned with our soul. And the Chariot is wanting us to just really step back in and reflect on what is truly important to us, important to our soul, which may, like, these things can shift and change, like as our soul's evolution grows and expands and develops, which if you are a conscious spiritual being on this journey of growth and development, your soul is constantly growing and changing. So it's important to take these steps back to reflect on your path and everything that's happening, and if it is all the things that you're doing, the actions that you're taking each day, if they are aligned with your vision, which may be shifting as well. So yeah, tearing down the old structures with the Tower and reclaiming our personal sense of sovereignty and autonomy, authority, control, and choosing that most important choice of, which is our choice, our ability to choose, and really being conscious about it. And there's going to be clarity and forward momentum and forward movement, a rerouting, relocation of like literally where you live. Might be something to do with your car, could be something to do with like travel. These things can take place with what I see with these two cards. The Tower really shakes things up in our life to get us out of any old like lingering stagnancies or anything that's not serving us. So it's really powerful. And the Chariot after this shake-up is like, okay, let's like reroute now and really like set a solid like pathway to move forward with. This can bring about fast, accelerated life transitions and just really feeling like we have broken free from any limitations that have been blocking our path, burdening us in any way. We have the opportunity to really break free from that. And this movement of Jupiter into Cancer plus the Chariot, like the moon energy, is really guiding and nurturing us and holding our hand through all of this change. So yeah, super powerful.